Ganun na lang, thank you na lang. De, joke lang. May utang kaming gift sa'yo, may utang kami. Happy birthday to the one and only, says Drilon. Happy birthday to you. Hope you had a great day yesterday, which was actually her birthday. Okay, I'm saying a lot already. Saying too much. Sabi, keep it down daw eh. Okay, thank you to the ladies of the big story, to Seth, to Sean, and to Pauline. On our show, we've got national athletes and coaches getting a raise in their monthly allowance.
I'm just gonna clap.
Plus, a check on that do-or-die Game 7 between Barangay Ginebra San Miguel and the San Miguel Beermen in a PBA Philippine Cup semis.
And we tell you the new cover athlete of NBA 2K26, and you might just have to pretend to be shocked for this one. It's another one of those
pretends to be shocked moment. Yeah. I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Litoncalo.
And here's tonight's play-by-play.
Puts it on. Unbelievable. On the left side. Oh, the pass! Stopping another one. Bacunas rejecting Estevo for the
Christmas comes early for Team Philippines. Newly appointed Philippine Sports Commission Chairman Pato Gregorio has announced a 5,000 peso increase in the monthly allowances of national athletes and coaches. The raise will take effect next month. The former PBA chair and Rowing Association chief made the announcement during a General Assembly held just days after his official appointment. The move will cost the PSC an estimated 10 million pesos. This is part of Gregorio's push to fulfill President Bongbong Marcos's directive to better support Filipino athletes. Gregorio also vowed to streamline the release of allowances and establish a 24/7 help desk to attend to the national team's needs.
Meantime, the Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas has released the official lineup for Gilas Pilipinas women in the upcoming FIBA Asia Cup 2025. Bannering the national team is longtime anchor Jack Animam. The roster also includes Sumaya Sugapong, Ella Fajardo, Naomi Panginiban, and Vanessa De Jesus. A number of players have already been with Gilas women since the 2025 William Jones Cup, where the team placed 5th. UAAP MVP Casey De La Rosa is also on the team, along with fellow young guns Shelo Pagdolagan, Ken Pastrana, Luna Ozar, Kate Castillo, Yvette Villanueva, and Angel Surada. The FIBA Women's Asia Cup will take place at Shenzhen, China from July 13 to 20. The Philippines is in Group B with Japan, Australia, and Lebanon.
Meanwhile, a standout from Gilas Pilipinas men who is currently playing in Japan may just join the PBA soon. Dwight Ramos is keeping his options open for a possible entry into the PBA draft, just not this year. With the season-ending PBA Philippine Cup wrapping up this month, attention is now shifting to the league's milestone 50th season, which will kick off with the rookie draft. For now, Ramos is still committed to running it back with Levanga Hokkaido in the Japan B-League. Ramos is also set to represent the Philippines in his first ever FIBA Asia Cup this August, where Gilas will face Chinese Taipei, New Zealand, and Iraq in the group stage.
Not this year, so we'll see. Maybe next year. We're playing catch up, and we'll just have to work harder and then get there, try and be as well prepared as we can. Last time the schedule was really tough. We only had a couple days of practice, and then had to fly to Qatar, play there, and come back here, then go to Taiwan after that. So it was a lot of travel, and the difference in the time zones was really a lot. So it's not really an excuse, but this time around we don't have to deal with that, and we just got to prepare and try and get back on the first game against Taiwan.
Speaking of the PBA, Game 7 of the Philippine Cup semis between the San Miguel Beermen and Barangay Ginebra San Miguel is happening now. It was a low-scoring first quarter, which saw Ginebra up 6 23-17. Most of the offense came from Jamie Malonzo and RJ Abarientos, who accounted for 15 of the Gin Kings' 23 points in the opening period. Ginebra remained in control in the second quarter, even widening the lead to as many as 9 points. But a quick run by San Miguel in the dying minutes of the first half enabled them to snatch the lead after Rodney Brondial's late bucket. Scary moment though for the Beermen as superstar Junmar Fajardo appeared to have aggravated his already injured right calf. After 24 minutes, the Beermen with a slim advantage, 45-44. Abarientos and Malonzo putting up a combined 25 points to lead Ginebra. The winner of this game will advance to the finals to face the Grand Slam-seeking TNT Tropang 5G.
Moving on to volleyball now, Alas Pilipinas opens its Southeast Asia V-League campaign with a big statement win. The men's national volleyball team swept Vietnam in front of fans at the Candon City Arena in Ilocos Sur. Final score here, 25-17, 25-23, and 25-19. All in favor of the Philippines. With Mark Espeo out due to an ankle injury, it was Leo Ordiales who stepped up, finishing with 20 points purely off attacks. Vietnam kept it close in the third, even leading 19-18 late. But a final 7-0 blitz by Alas, capped by Buds Budin's back-to-back points, put the game away. Budin added 16 markers. Louis Ramirez and Oa Ratamar missed their match due to personal reasons and illness respectively. But they are part of the lineup for the tournament. Other standouts in the roster include Josh Ibanez, Kennedy Batas, Jade Disquitado, and Peng Tagibulos. Alas Pilipinas men will return to action tomorrow against regional powerhouse Thailand.
Some major player movements amid the ongoing PVL on tour. Farm Fresh with a couple of blockbuster signings as they land both Ces Molina and Riri Meneses. The veteran duo left the Signal HD Spikers last December after 3 seasons. Their exit immediately generated interest from multiple clubs. The 30-year-old Molina and the 29-year-old Meneses bring crucial experience to the young Foxy squad as they look to level up in the league. Meanwhile, the Akari Chargers also made a strategic addition by signing talented setter Mars Alba. The move comes just weeks after Alba parted ways with the Choco Mucho Flying Titans. The former DLSU standout is expected to bring stability to the Chargers setter core, teaming up with Camille Cal and Bea Bonafé. Alba won't suit up just yet though, as she remains on duty with Alas Pilipinas women. Coming up, we've got NBA stories, including Mike Brown sharing his thoughts after getting hired as the New York Knicks head coach. And find out what he has to say about the team's potential and more when play-by-play returns here on One News.
And we're back. Thank you for joining us here on Play by Play only on One News. All eyes are on Mike Brown now that he is the head coach of the New York Knicks. But the veteran tactician assures everybody that he is up to the task. From the get-go, Brown expressed his commitment to winning an NBA title. Of course, he has a track record to back up his words, having been named NBA Coach of the Year twice. Not only that, Coach Mike also helped the Golden State Warriors win 4 championships working as an assistant to Steve Kerr. Before landing in New York, Brown coached the Sacramento Kings and led them to the 2023 playoffs, which was the team's first postseason appearance in 17 long years. Coach Brown is replacing former Knicks head coach Tom Thibodeau, who guided New York to the 2025 Eastern Conference Finals.
I look forward to working with Leon, forming a great partnership with our shared common goal of winning a championship. I'm honored and excited to be the new head coach of the New York Knicks. You talk about a historic franchise, Madison Square Garden. It's iconic. Our fans, they're the most knowledgeable and passionate, probably in all of sports. There's a lot of work to be done. We have an outstanding roster. What they did in the playoffs shows their potential. I've had great conversations with all of our players, and I'm looking forward to growing positive, strong relationships with all of them over time. Our goal, starting with Mr. Dolan, to Leon, to the players, all the way down to the fans, is to build a sustainable winning culture that produces championships.
Meantime, the Atlanta Hawks welcome one of their notable acquisitions of this hectic offseason. Talented swingman Nickeil Alexander-Walker faced the media for the first time as a Hawk. The 26-year-old Cager said it has been a smooth transition so far, coming from the Minnesota Timberwolves, whom he played for in the past 2.5 seasons. Atlanta acquired Alexander Walker via sign and trade for 4 years and $62 million. In exchange, the Hawks gave the Wolves a 2027 second-round pick plus cash. Alexander Walker is coming off a season where he notched career highs in total points, rebounds, assists, and three-pointers made. Before his stint with the Wolves, he played for the Utah Jazz, then mentored by current Hawks head coach Quinn Snyder. Here's Alexander Walker talking about his reunion with Coach Quinn in Atlanta.
It feels good because when I look back in the season, I was like, man, I never really played great against Atlanta, you know? So you always wonder like what teams have that perception of you and what they're really thinking of you. But obviously it's an 82-game season, so you know that means they watch more than just those 2 games. And it feels great, honestly, especially having the fit that I have. And what also is more comforting is the stint that I played for Quinn. I guess it didn't really keep a lingering perception of who I was then. Not that I was a bad player, but just the fact that I've been able to grow and that around the league people have been able to see that. You get so, I would say, closed off and narrowed in on just what you're doing and the team you're on, and for me at least, just what's going on. And you kind of almost forget about the business side.
More player movements in the league today. Let's start with the Washington Wizards sending Kelly Olynyk to the San Antonio Spurs. Now, in return, as you can see, the Wiz will get Malachi Branham, Blake Wesley, and a 2026 second-round pick. The deal gives the Spurs another big to back up star center Victor Wembanyama after the recent signing of free agent Luke Cornett. Olenek shot a career-high 42% from three last season. He was acquired by Washington earlier this offseason as part of the C.J. McCollum-Jordan Poole deal. As for 22-year-olds Branham and Wesley, they'll go to a Wizard team who are currently in a rebuilding stage.
In other NBA news, All-Star forward Anthony Davis underwent surgery to repair a detached retina he suffered during this past season. But AD is expected to be healthy for training camp, which will be his first one with the Dallas Mavericks. Davis joined the Mavs earlier this year through that blockbuster trade that sent Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers. Davis showed out early in his Dallas debut, but had to leave the game with a groin injury. He missed the next weeks recovering, but was able to average almost 34 points and 9 rebounds in the 11 games he played for the Mavs, including the play-ins. Next season, the Brow is expected to shoulder a heavy load for Dallas, alongside top pick Cooper Flagg, with Kyrie Irving still nursing an ACL injury. Coming up, MVP, champion, now cover star. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander adds another trophy to the shelf, this time in pixels. The details when play-by-play returns here on One News. Watching play-by-play on One News. Cooper Flagg is ready for his unofficial debut as a member of the Dallas Mavericks. This year's top overall pick talked to reporters after his first summer league practice with the Mavs. Flagg expressed enthusiasm getting back on court and showcasing his skills. Most notably, the Duke product talked about experimenting and trying out new things when he gets out on the floor. Flagg started to put the basketball world on notice, playing for Team USA's Under-17 squad and during the 2024 Nike Hoops Summit. He then took his talents to the NCAA, where he eventually won a multitude of awards, including the National College Player of the Year trophy. The 18-year-old phenom is set for his maiden appearance in a Mavericks uniform on Friday as the 2025 Las Vegas Summer League kicks off at UNLV. Dallas will take on Bronny James and the Los Angeles Lakers.
I'm excited. I'm excited to, I've been in the gym with the guys, got to know a bunch of them, so I'm excited to just get out there, get back on the court, and play some 5-on-5. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think, Coach Shires trusted me a lot last year, and I handled it a lot. I didn't bring it up with some, but, on the half court, I handled it a lot and, set up a lot of different actions. So I think it's something I can do at a high level, so I'm excited to just, experiment and do some new things. It gives me a lot of confidence, obviously, having that kind of message and confidence from him, just knowing that he's going to trust me to, try some new things. And, we've talked about him just telling me that, you're going to go through some failure, but he's not worried about, mistakes or little things like that. So just, pushing through, exploring new things, trying to get on my shell and do different things on the court. I'm excited to just kind of try that out. Just a great group of guys, to have as teammates for Summer League. I think a lot of teams can get caught up in just worrying about themselves and, playing ISO, different stuff. But I think we got a good group of guys that, really just want to play the right way and showcase a good, brand of basketball.
More from the NBA Summer League. Let's head to the big screen for the highlights now. First up, Grizzlies Sixers. What a game. Let's go with Hunter Salas here, getting hounded by Aaron Estrada full court. Good defense by Estrada, picking him up full court like it's a college basketball game. But Salas gets free, middle, hang time, slam it home, 11 points, 2 rebounds for Salas, taken off. Woo! By the way, he also had 2 boards, 2 assists in this game. Wow, look at the hops of this young guard, Hunter Salas, getting by his defender. And the big man there, no problem for Salas. He already took off after the free throw line. Okay, next play, more from this game. Judah Mintz, another big game. ISO now. Take a look at the score, 1-point game. Mintz some way, somehow getting that up and in. May have gotten hit. Yes, he was banged up, but still gets that +1. Woo, what a play. And one for Judah Mintz. Back-to-back big games for him. What a play, giving them the lead. Judah Mintz, by the way, finishing with 26 points in this one, 3 steals. Sixers come through with a 91-90 victory in the Summer League thanks to this play from Judah Mintz. Okay, now let's go to the Warriors Heat game. Kira Lewis Jr. will get the ball there, steal, and then look at this behind the back pass to Keshad Johnson. Momentum going downhill, rising and detonating there. Take a look again. Kira Lewis Jr. behind the back, good timing, and then look at Keshad Johnson elevating, detonating, feeling that slam here in the third period. Whew, big play there for the Heat. They were up big. And that's Lewis's only steal of the game, though. He also had 16 points, 4 assists. Johnson, by the way, had 15 points, 4 rebounds, and the Heat score past the Warriors here in Summer League, 93-79. Okay, on to the California Classic, Lakers and Spurs. The miss there, and here are the Lake Show running. Connect, pulls up, pull, bang, bang, bang. Take a look at the score. Cutting the lead to just 1, under a minute to play. Dalton Connect. Remember, he was part of that deal to the Hornets earlier this year, the season. Remember, when they got Luka Doncic, they wanted a big to pair up with Luka. They wanted Mark Williams. It was rescinded, but Dalton Connect, bright future for this sharp shooter. Take a look at that long bomb, giving it them, well, trimming the lead from 4-1. By the way, Connect had 25 big points, 15 in the fourth quarter to go along with his 8 rebounds. Is that clutch? Well, take a look at this last play. Same game, same team. Connect has it. Time winding down. Take a look at the score. Spurs up 1. Connect drives. Connect. The layup. No! Darius Baisley cleaning up the glass, putting it up and in. Connect with the lefty. No, Baisley, I got you, bro. With a 2-handed flush rim rocker. Big play from Darius Baisley, not giving up on that miss from Dalton Connect, who was hot, as I said earlier. 15 points in the fourth for Connect, but Darius Baisley also erupting here. Again, Lakers have the lead at this point, 89-88, for a 15-5 run for the Lakers in Summer League against the Spurs. Eventually, that's the final score. 89 to 88. Baisley game high 27 points, along with 13 big boards, 2 blocks. Big game from both Connect and Baisley here. Check on to.
And before we go, we want to congratulate MVP Shea Gilgeous-Alexander for becoming the cover athlete of NBA 2K26. After leading the Oklahoma City Thunder to the NBA title, Shea gets his flowers from the video game's developer as well. SGA will be the cover athlete of the game's standard edition. SGA led the league in scoring in the recently concluded season and paced the Thunder to a 68-14 win-loss record. He recently just signed a record-setting 4-year, $285 million contract extension to stay with OKC. There's no actual date yet for the game's release, but it is expected to launch in September. 2K25 cover Jason Tatum was also featured after his Boston Celtics won the title.
3 words for SGA. Life is good.
Good.
Winning the championship, a lot of MVP awards, marrying his girlfriend, longtime girlfriend, Haley Summers, last year in 2024, welcoming their first child in April of 2024, now the cover of 2026
2K26,
2K.
yes.
And as you said, di naman nakakagulat yun, you know?
Pretends to be shocked. I mean,
Wala nang iba eh.
who?
Wala nang iba.
Who was it
Well,
gonna be?
probably some people might say pwede yung Ant-Man, yung Anthony Edwards, yung Tyrese Haliburton.
yeah.
Oh, pero SGA,
They won the
perfect.
championship.
Oh, syempre. Pati MVP. So, well deserved. I'm sure a lot of SGA fans really happy and will get that for sure just because he's on the cover of that game. And that's all from us tonight. Catch us again tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. for a play-by-play of today's top sports stories.
Play-by-play is on One News, that's Signal TV Channel 8 on SD and Channel 250 on HD. We are also available on Signal Play and Filipinas Live.
Alala ko, tuwan-tuwa ako dati, cover nung tagal na to. NBA Live Grant Hill.
What?
1995 yun, check. Excited ako, Grant Hill. I'm Andre Alex.
And I'm Jessica Tungkalaw. Thank you for watching. Good night.